Good day, fellas. Today marks the third day of this free-to-play account, and this day was already somewhat rewarding. But before I get into it, I wanted to show you the login bonus, so the daily rewards. So as you can see, you more or less get daily 200 to 250 diamonds, but that won't be the case forever. So as soon as you finish this first month, then it drops to like 30 diamonds a day, sometimes 100. So therefore, just keep in mind that the income of diamonds for a free-to-play player will drop significantly until you reach the Galactic Gate, and then you can get some more diamonds as well again. But to unlock this one, you have to have at least one 16-star hero, and that's why this is the first main priority, to get one 16-star hero. So what happened today? Today I noticed quite a few things. So for example, in the last video I was telling you guys that I want to go for the alchemy just to complete the side quest for the glory pass. That's what I did, but I made a small mistake there. So basically I needed 4 more alchemies, and I bought 2 yesterday for 150 and 100 diamonds, and I could have just gotten 50 yesterday and 50 today, so I would have saved myself 50 diamonds there, as well as the diamonds I used for the arena tickets. I bought them yesterday and today, and to get the 30 consecutive wins in the glory pass, and I didn't manage it. I was close, but I didn't quite get it. So what I'm doing now, I set my arena defense team to one single weak hero, and I'm just gonna get myself plummeting down the ranks so that I have it easier to do 30 consecutive wins with this new free-to-play account. Besides that, I noticed that in the glory pass, I told you guys that I need 2,400, at least that's what I thought, to get the 400 diamonds, but I need 2,600. So to get those, I decided to go for the heroic scroll summoning, because I was had already quite a progress there, because of the newbie training camp side quests, and also because I need to get a baseline of heroes first so that I can just progress further. For example, I managed to climb in the Dark Tower quite far already. So basically, although I started 2 days later than the server started, it's always a Friday and I started on Sunday, I'm already in top 50. So therefore it's somewhat skill-based. So the formations, the way you gear up your heroes, your formations, and the heroes as well, obviously. And I somewhat, I got really lucky, I guess, because I pulled with the heroic scrolls, I pulled a Kamazos, and not sure how to pronounce it in English. And this one is basically, I would say at this point in time, he's the best non-light dark hyperspace hero that exists. So if you look into the gallery, then you can see all the heroes. So the Scourge and Human faction is quite weak these days, for a long time. And here for Demon, Kamazos is really good, Armin is really good as well. And for the Dark Knights, we have the Nemir, Axel, and the Chiron for the Dark Tower. So I got a really good hero. I like this one. That's my favorite hero, to be honest. That's my first 16-star on my other account. So I just put all into him, but that was only possible because of the event rewards. So the high-end rewards of the events are, let's see, where do we have it, are the hero stones. If you get this one, you can get it as free to play as well. You just have to play it smart. But in here you have the non-light darkness hyperspace heroes that are the newest ones. So basically, previously this one, the demon one, wasn't Malauk, but what was Kamazos. Therefore, I was able to acquire quite a lot of him relatively fast. That won't be possible right now, but there are always some kind of good events where you can invest. For example, in 2 days for the next event reset, we have the World Tree Summoning, and the high-end reward for that one will be Baldur. And for the basically throughout the whole game, early, mid game, late game, he's a really good hero, a really good tank, really good heal. And as soon as you get him 13 to 16 star, then he has an indeed insane skill, let's say. So he basically shields the whole team. So that's my second favorite hero at the moment, and so that's my goal for the event in 2 days. Another thing, like I told you before, the dog maze, even if you have to clear all the tiles to get the chest and the gate for the next floor, you should go for it, or at least that's what I'm recommending. And this actually happened on my first floor already. That's quite funny. So basically I have to clear all of them, and that's quite a good example to show you guys, because you can always see if you have claimed the single chest of this floor already or not, because right here it's either says claim if you haven't claimed it yet, or if you have, then it's just claimed, and then you know, okay, I just have to find the exit. So I'm gonna go for the chest, and I get crystals and the heroic scroll. Then I need another attack for this one, and then I can just progress to the next floor and get some rewards for it as well. Right here you can see the assist function. If you have some stamina, I'm not quite sure how often they recharge, then you can use your friends list. So someone from your friends, basically you just choose the strongest one and use them to fight there. That's the same stamina that you can use for the Pekakon trial, the Dragon Island bosses. And so if I go on here, I can use the assist as well. Although it says 1 out of 2 here, and here it says 0 out of 2. Never mind, and those are different, but I'm not sure why I have 0 here, but I don't need them at this point because Kamazos is really strong, even as 5-star. Same goes for Baldur and Nemia. Okay, so we have the Crusade. This one unlocked today, and I was actually quite successful in here. So there is basically you just have to fight all the players here, and you can always choose between the basic fighting, so basically their team versus yours, or you can choose the elite ones, and this one gives you 150% rewards, and but also the enemies have the power of 150%, so therefore you have to have a strong team. The way you can do it, or the way I always recommend you to do it, to just clear all of them, is to just remove all your gears, because the way the system, the game chooses your enemies is based on the overall power of your main 6 heroes. Therefore, if they all have no gear, my enemies will just be way weaker and I can just clear them more easily. For the last level, when you have unlocked this one already, then you can re-equip your gear. So just equip them again. Just then attack this one. Hang on, just gonna do another order. So you can do the last fight with your gear, and besides that, it's really important for this strategy that you remove all your gear before you click on the Crusade, because as soon as you click on it, the first enemy is already chosen, and if you haven't done it, then they will be stronger. Every 3 stages you get a buff, so you can choose between 3 buffs, and they either give you more power, more damage immune, more attack, more critical damage, and so on. Or even the gold rush or the gold mine, not sure what the name is. So this one gives you more rewards. You can go for this one if you're really greedy and have a good team in correlation to your power. So what I did, I went always for the buffs. I think here I went for double the rewards, and I managed to clear all the way up to level 14, the stage 14, and then I lost, and only the enemy Balrog was alive with half his HP. So what I did there then, I just went to my heroes, chose 5 more heroes, and pushed them all to level 40. So that, because as soon as they reach level 40, then you can use them in the Crusade. Just to fill up my team to get the formation buff, and paid 100 diamonds to revive my Balrog, and just to have a chance to clear those last 2 levels as well. I actually managed to pull this one off, and that's why I got really good rewards. So basically I got lots of trophies. You get trophies for the first time completion of stage 12 to 15, I think, each level 1. So basically those glory medals and the crystals. And besides that, I got my monthly event rewards for clearing stage of elite mode 15 times. So 10 million gold and some other stuff. This one was really helpful. So you don't have to necessarily go for all 15 elite. You can just do 5, for example, next time 5, and the third time 5. For this last side quest mission, this way works as well. But I was just greedy here, basically, and I managed to pull it off. For the other ones, there are some good rewards for getting to clearing stage 15 3 times. This one is quite easily to achieve if you do it the correct way. And the other ones are just time consuming to get them eventually, as long as you have the whole month. So right now I only have half the month. I probably won't make the stage 9 rewards because I need 10 of those, and it only unlocks every second day. Besides that, I used all my gold to level up my Balrog, hence progressing me further in the newbie training camp. Let's see, where do we have it? The 140. Somehow I don't see it. Right here. And I got tons of rewards just by doing all those missions. Right now I'm stuck here. I need an artifact, and I need to complete the challenges in the raid, so I have to wait for 2 more days to get this one done as well. Besides that, for the Crusade, for the strategy with removing your gear, you can leave your artifact equipped, because this one doesn't contribute to the overall power. But right now I don't have any yet. So I used all my gold to level up Balrog and Kamazots, and for the academy. So what I did here, I went for HP and attack for warrior a bit there, and then now I'm going for the assassin because I want to push the basically the damage for my Kamazos even more as soon as possible. And so basically going for Warrior in the beginning because of the Balrogs you get from the newbie training camp is quite a good choice. What else do we have? We have the Dragon Island dragons. So basically you get those dragon coins from the overall accumulation of the main fortress and from defeating the main boss, or from the Pegacon trial missions. And then you can use those to upgrade your dragons. For the beginning, I recommend you to go for light and for shadow. You need coins and the gold and the dragon coins to upgrade them, and it just gives you attack power for all the fights and HP for the as well for all the fights, obviously. So what I wanted to say, besides that, you get additional damage against light and darkness, for example. If you look on the magnifying glass, when you get to the really high levels, then you get damage immune from those factions as well. But this will be like a late game already. The other ones are not that good for the beginning, so you can go for the skill damage and the damage against the demons, because lots of players have the Balrogs obviously and the Kamazos, and so that's a pretty good choice as well. And for the PvP you can just go for speed, so every second level, every other level gives you 1 more speed. This is quite decent as well. For all those buildings and dragons, as well as the academy progress, you can reset all of them once for free, and you will get all the gold and used materials back. So if you have gone through it really far and don't use lots of warriors at some point, then this will be an option just to get coins faster, or just to rearrange your guild medals. But I recommend you to not to reset any of those for quite a long time. Why is that? Because as soon as you reset them once, to do it again it costs 2000 crystals, and it's just too expensive to do it in the future. Besides that, we have the apple trees, we have the sanctuaries and the Pactolus. So those give you golden apples to fight the bosses, gives you gold coins and crystals. The golden apples are quite useful. I will go for those in the future as well, and maybe the crystals. But the gold coins, you will basically lose your gold for a very, very long time. So you have to play like a year so that you can really get the benefit from those buildings. So I wouldn't recommend to upgrade those here. Besides that, the first thing you go for in the Pegacon, so the Dragon Island, is the main fortress. So your first goal is to max this one out, so that you have more bosses to fight and that it just goes faster in future. Okay, so that was a slight detour. Let me remember quickly where we left off. Okay, one more thing. Here in the Pegacon trial, you can just use your magnifying glass and your stamina to just trigger some events, and you can have to fight. You can have to just pay crystals to progress, to speed up the progress. As long as you don't have a good team in correlation to your overall power, you will get the feeling for it at some point. I wouldn't recommend fighting other people, because that's always like some player on your server who has a similar power, and if your team isn't good, then you will lose quite often, and then you lose the health, the endurance, and every time you get below 90, then the final rewards are reduced, and the duration gets longer, and so on. Okay, what else do we have? Let's see. Okay, yeah, so yeah, I used all the gold to upgrade those two heroes and to progress the academy, as I said, and I actually managed to get 15 million gold coins again. How did I do it? Just by going through the Dark Tower. So I just skipped like 100 levels there, because I got my Kamazos, and this one is like really helpful for the early stages, and as I said, for later as well. Okay, so basically that's it for today. I reached level 55 and I can now participate in the Elite trial. This one will unlock tomorrow. This one I will have to wait for next time. And so this is just an arena where you have to use not one but 3 teams, and you have to win 2 out of 3, and you can use those coins in the shop to get some Source of Life. I will do this one actively just to get the Elite trial progress rewards. So basically some Source of Life skin shards, and this one is the main goal. So right here you will get a Elite 5-star hero, and if you click on the question mark, you can see what kind of heroes are inside those shards, or what heroes you can get there. Most of them are decent, some of them are really good, and some of them are bad. The Light and Darkness hero, you have to actually get the Light and Darkness Elite shards. Where can I give you an example? I think it was here, yeah. So this will like have the little symbol in the top corner as well. Okay. So, therefore I'm gonna use my diamonds just to buy the arena tickets here, and then I will use the refill up here as well, I think, because every time you win a fight, then you can get some rewards like crystals as well, and I get the monthly progress in the arena event as well. In future, you will get arena tickets if you want to or not anyways, and that's the point where you don't have to buy the arena tickets actively anymore. You will just go through those fights as soon as the new month begins. Okay, yeah, I think that's all for today, and I'll probably see you tomorrow again. And here we are again. I knew I forgot something. So from the newbie training camp, I got quite a few 5-star hero shards, so I can summon 4 5-star heroes from there. As I mentioned in the videos before, I recommend you to leave them in your backpack until you really need them. In this case, I'm saving those for the next event, because along with the Vault 3 Summer event, so for the Source of Life, there goes the so-called Invitation of Valhalla. And in this event, you have to get 3 heroes, 3 5-star heroes of each normal faction and 2 of the Light and Darkness to get some rewards, and you have 1 week time to do so. Therefore, I will just save those for 2 days, then I will summon them, and then I will already have the chance to get some rewards. Okay, besides that, another event that will occur in 2 days is the Infinite Gem conversion. This one is actually quite a rare event, so it always comes after the release of a Light or Darkness hero the week after, and this one happens every 3 months. So every quarter year you have the chance to convert your gems without using coin. And this one is really helpful because when you get your gems like to the highest level, the name is Circon, I think, then we are talking about 15 million just to level this one up once. And to convert we will need like 100,000 I think per conversion. So this one saves you lots of gold coins, therefore I always recommend you to just leave your gems be, your hero gems, and just to upgrade and convert them during this specific event.